Hi, Vincent Harris here, and I promised I would do a series of short videos to kind of substitute for some of the written posts I've been doing on body language lately. I have today my 8-year-old daughter Chloe with me, which if you've been following me on Facebook for long, especially on my personal Facebook page, you've seen Chloe. You've grown up with Chloe. I've been posting pictures of Chloe and I since she was 6 months old. So some of you have actually watched her grow up, and I know that's probably been fun for some of you, and I know it has because you've taken the time to email and comment. One of the things you've probably noticed, especially in this last year, is the number of pictures that I post of the two of us making crazy faces at one another. Now, we do that primarily for fun, and it is fun and just to be goofy. But from a body language perspective, I also know in the back of my mind there's another huge benefit to doing that, to making those crazy faces. And you might be thinking, well, what in the world could be the benefit of making incredibly crazy faces other than just having fun? And it's really simpler than you think. The range of emotions, the range of different feelings that we can experience are directly tied to the range of facial expressions that we're able to make. I'm sure you know people who talk in a very steady, monotone voice and whose facial expressions rarely, if ever, change. Now, one thing you can know for sure about that individual is that the range and the level and the intensity of the emotions that they access and experience are also pretty muted and level and constant. Now, if that's your thing and if you're okay with that, then fine. This is more for people who are saying, you know what, I like to squeeze all the juice out of life that I can. Vince, show me how to get even more. When we make silly faces, we are expanding our range of feelings that we're able to feel. And the reason that's the case is our facial expressions, and more specifically the muscles involved in shaping those facial expressions, whether it be lowering our brows or flaring the nostrils, whatever the case may be, it's directly tied to the brain and the limbic system. Limbic system being the part of the brain that kind of controls the emotions. So if you want to expand the range of feelings that you have, you too can make crazy faces like this. And if nothing else, do it for fun. It's pretty hard. Chloe and I kind of have a rule. When we feel things getting too serious, when we think that, hey, you know what, maybe we're getting a little stressed out here, we're taking this a little bit too serious, one of the surest ways to get things back on track is to look at each other and make a goofy face. I challenge you, the next time you're stressed out, to get a mirror. A little handheld mirror, anything. Look in the mirror, look at a friend, but make a goofy face. Hold it and try to maintain that stressed out feeling. It doesn't compute in the brain. The brain has certain facial expressions that go with the feeling of being stressed. The brain has certain facial expressions that go with goofiness or sadness or happiness or whatever emotion you want to talk about. There's a corresponding facial expression that goes with it, but then there's also all of this stuff in between. That's not the standard universal emotions, but all of these variances in between that you can only get to by changing your physiology, changing how you're using your body, your posture. Are you sitting slumped over like this and breathing shallow, or are you up with your chest out and your shoulders back, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed? Experiment with your facial expressions, and you'll be experimenting as well with your moods in a positive way. And with that, Chloe and I we'll sign out with our goofy face episode and hope to see goofy faces from you in the near future. See you soon.